So let's go and listen how it starts. At the beginning I always like to do like high cut beats, so it doesn't take away all the energy that we need for the bass drum to set in. So you have the bass line here, the beat's there. A little bit of reverb. Okay, so here we go. Fade in the hi-hats that we did. Come in with the disco claps. Fade in the filter in the big strings. Nice wind effects and a reverb on the whole. There we go. Here's the pianos. So that's the whole anthemic break part. Now it's time to get the arrangement done to get out of the break. How do I do that? It's important for me to get the build-ups up with a high-pass filter. That's what I do all the time. Big winds and big noises who lift off to the climax, and at the point of the highest climax I have to have the high-pass filter who takes away the energy, so the energy is there in full effect when the beat drops in. That's the most important part for me. So I did it here in the second break. I just show you how I did it. I know it can be done easier, but I learned it like this. I teach it to myself. Just bounce the part that you want to rework. So you just mark it with loop. Yeah, so this is actually the parts that I wanted to high pass filter and use them just as an audio file to put effects and everything on there. So you can do with the file whatever you want. If the changes are right and you don't want to change anything anymore, just go ahead, take the loop there and just bounce it. So I'm going to do that. So audio export. Okay. Okay, I call it complete. So just export it as a WAV file. Stereo out, and here we go. Okay, it takes a couple of seconds. And after you did that, after you bounced these parts, you can simply go and import it into the loop. Of course, you have to go then and mute all the tracks that you just bounce. Yeah, so you don't have it double layered. So, and this is the part that I bounced just in one audio file. Here, you can see it. Hold on, there. And now you can simply go and put a lot of effects out there. You can put a filter on there, you can put a reverb on it, which brings it up to the climax. Hold on a second. So this is the part who leads into the main part again. So what I can do now is take a simple reverb. This, for example. So it sounds dry like this. Put the reverb time up to 20, perhaps here with the waves reverb. So you can hear that it's going like bigger and wider. And then when I did that, you can put on an additional high-pass filter. I use the Sonalxis. It's a pretty simple one, but it's fantastic. It's called TBK. And you could choose either way if you want to use a high-pass, low-pass, bypass options. Or from the resonance, you can choose low, medium, high, or root. Well, root I don't use at all because it's really too rough. So just put it on medium, and then you can simply go like this. Also with automation. Yeah, you have it. You see, you filter it completely, so you barely hear anything anymore. And if you add then the additional reverb, it sounds like this. So that's actually what I did with this. And then if you add an additional effects like winds, I have some decent winds that I also created myself. It's like this one, which is going on for ages. It takes like 30 seconds or something. But in combination together, it's great. Huh? You hear it, huh? Here's another effect. And then you can go like, bam, straight in the face. Okay. So, another effect that I use is also silent, yeah. But I reworked this one a little bit. You probably know this also from the my inspiration for using this kind of effect was the Swedish guys, of course. Yeah, because sometimes when you listen to tracks of them, they have like a small phasing white noise going in the background, panning a little bit from left to right, phasing, and that's what I try to do here because it gives a little bit more of, it makes the track more sound alive. Okay, hold on. It's here. This one. Okay. Should I use the... Yeah, I simply use the chorus of the silent actually. Not a separate flanger or something. You just simply go and can adjust the levels here. Put the delay down, put the rate on lowest possible rate. So it goes really, really slow. So the movement is really slow. Put the depth up to 7 or what is it? The whites, open it completely, and the feedback has to be up. And then you can simply go and adjust the... when you want to have a strong effect, you just put it on completely wet. If you just want it a little bit, just go back to dry. If you want to listen to the whole thing, how it sounds all together, it sounds like this. So we have all the synthesizers, we have the piano, we have the bass line and everything. The only thing that's coming later are the vocals. Okay. filter. Something like that. But at least you have a lot of energy when the beats come in again. Okay, so another effect that I used is from the Jupiter. It's from Arturia, a synthesizer, which has a lot of fantastic analog sounds. Okay, this is, I just took it from a simple noisy sound here. You've got the filter. And the great thing you can you can use it either way as a hi-hat, as a shuffled hi-hat or something, or as a simple noise, or simply like a small shuffled hi-hat or something. Okay. And what I did, I took these and played them like this. Okay, so 16th just shuffled a little bit, and then you can, the nice thing that you can do is you can turn them into a whitewash, you know, going like this. Here you go, and simply opening up the release will bring them up to a noise. So that's what I did is, additionally to the whole thing, and it sounds like this. Open up the release here. Okay, so that's actually the whole break build-up that I did here. So what I normally do to get the vocals arranged, I mostly go and make a rough bounce of the playback. So simply go, mark everything, put a loop on it, and then bounce the whole thing. Go file, export, audio file, call it Michael Schumacher, and then simply export, or whatever name you want it to. Okay, if you did that, we're going to the vocal arrangement. I already imported the audio file, which you can see here, and these are the vocal snippets that I got. The vocals have been sung by Shawnee Taylor from America, and when I started to do the playback, I sent it over to Erick Morillo, and Eric said I have the perfect vocalist for that, because we wanted to get a soulful atmosphere in the track, but keeping it up to date with the sound of today. So Shawnee Taylor got into the studio, wrote the track together with Dwayne Harden, the lyrics, which are amazing, I think, and everybody can sing along to those. I was really blown away when I heard the demo, and I was really hot to work with the vocals. And they sent me the vocals. They were already perfectly recorded. Normally, when you have like big diva vocals with a lot of screaming and everything, you have a lot of room in the recording, which is really hard to handle if you have to reduce that, because they go further. When they scream a lot, they're going further away from the microphone. Sometimes it's a little bit too much, so you can hear a lot of room in it, in the recording. So what I did here is putting the, let me see, I've got the lead vocals, which are these.
Sometimes you just need to let go. Don't keep it all inside.
So, okay, what you can hear directly is that you can hear the playback during her recording when she had the headphones on.
Sometimes you just need to let go.
Yeah.
Don't keep.
You can't help it. You can't put those, get those out of the recording. But I think in the mixture with everything, with the playback playing later on, you won't have a problem at all. So what do I do to get the vocals right, sounding right? First of all, it's important getting the lead vocals. Most of the time, I ask the vocalist to sing the lead vocals 2 or 3 times. So I have some possibilities to do some stereo widening with it, or just doubling the vocals, because it makes it sound much, much bigger. That's also what like hip hop artists do in their productions. You can most of the people ask themselves, hey, how do I get the vocals sound so fat? So they simply go either way, recording it or copying it and changing it slightly, and just putting 3 or 4 different recordings layered over each other. Here I didn't have the possibility to do it. Shawnee just sang it once. We just wanted it to be totally clear and totally clean, with 1 recording over it and some backing vocals. So lead vocals we recorded, then we had ad-libs, which I edited a little bit, and the chorus. I got the chorus in separate files, which were like 8 different stems. And the problem here was getting them layered over each other on the exact same point. Playback bounced. Okay, what I did here, the chorus part, took a little chorus part and just faded it in. Okay, at the moment the vocals are still totally dry. And if the vocals are really dry and no compression, nothing over it, they really sound like pudding just on top of the track. So what I need to do now is getting them tightened up into the playback. So what do I do when I want to rework the lead vocals? The recordings are never sung in the same volume, so I just have to go and adjust it a little bit, which you can do with a compressor, which I love to use is the R compressor, which is from Waves again. Let me check where it is. Here it is. Okay. Hold on. So if you go to the vocal, simply loop it.
Sometimes you just need to let go.
So what you can do here, put the ratio down a little bit.
Sometimes you just have to let the whole world
until
know
you see the peak.
That you're gonna be alright. So come
reduce
on,
the threshold.
Give it up, get into your rhythm.
And put the release around, I mostly do it, I put it around 80. And this way you can
sometimes you just need to
see
let
that
go.
the vocals are compressed.
Don't keep it all inside.
And this way the levels are adjusted a little bit. What I also use a lot to give it a little bit more room is the CLA vocal stereo, which is pretty much the only thing that you need for reworking the vocals, because you have the possibilities to adjust the bass, treble, a little bit of compression, what I just did with the air compressor, reverb, delay, and the stereo width. Okay, have a listen what we can do.
Sometimes you just have to let the whole
You already have some the basic preset function here.
world know that you're gonna be
I want more room on the reverb, so you just put it on large.
alright. So come on, give it up, get into your rhythm. No need
And I want a slight delay on it, so I mostly put it on quarter.
for you to be stressed. So come on, give it up, get into your system and find your happiness.
Here, and then you can you can go and use some stereo widening, which I do on the backing vocals, because I want the lead vocals in the middle and the chorus and everything a little bit put to left and right. So when the chorus sets in, it goes, the sun shines, you know? That's what we want to do. Okay. You can hear it now.
Sometimes you just need to let go. Don't keep it all inside.
You can hear the difference.
Sometimes you just have to let the whole world know that you're gonna be.
The stereo widener is perfect for the backing vocals. I use it nearly all the time. And if I'm going to double vocals, like lead vocals, then I'm going to simply imagine this is the second recording. What I do is then cut the bass, adjust the treble a little bit, and put the vocal completely in stereo spread.
Be alright. So come on, give it up.
Put the vocal down from the volume a little bit from the second take. And what also helps a little bit is if you just move the vocal a little bit to the left or to the right. So it's not directly one-on-one on each other.
Sometimes you just need to let go. Don't keep it all inside.
So this is the backing vocal and together.
Sometimes you just have to let the whole world know that you're gonna be alright.
So it sounds perfect now.
So come on, give it up, get into your rhythm.
Okay, so we are done, and let's listen how it sounds in the context. Of course, we have to do it here as well. Hold on. Vocals, Sil A, stereo. Okay. Widen the stereo, put a quarter delay on it, reverb on large. Compression we already have. Sounds much better already.
Don't keep it all inside. Sometimes you just have to let the whole world know that you're gonna be alright. So come on, give it up, get into your rhythm.
You hear it here when the chorus comes in. Due to the fact that I stereo widened it, it sounds really, it's opening. The track is opening.
No need for you to be stressed. So come on, give it up, get into your system and find your happiness. Live your life, be free. You know you can have it all. You know you can have it all. Live your life, oh yeah, yeah. Have it all.
Okay. All right, so that's actually the whole thing, how I rework the vocals and put them on top. What you need to do in the end, to get the vocals really integrated into the playback, is you have the possibility to use two different types. I use a lot this Oxford Dynamics. It's a Sonox plugin, which you can buy online as well. And it has a really, really fine preset, which is called Buzz. And it already gives a little bit tightness. You have the possibility to warm up the track, limit it, or compress it a little bit. In this case, I just have the compressor here. Otherwise, what I prefer nowadays is one beauty from Isotope. It's called Ozone. It's a fantastic all-over plug-in which you can use for mastering or pre-mastering. So here you have the possibility. You have 4 different kinds of band widening, the low frequencies, 2 mids and 1 high. And you can simply go, let me check. I will loop it here. So before using the Ozone, you have to be careful that the input level is not peaking, because otherwise the effects don't work properly. Okay, here you have the imaging of the stereo picture. You can simply go bypass off. Okay. You can widen the heights. Which I just do a little bit. Yeah? You can listen it just to show you how the difference is. So just put it on a little bit, and I never touch the bass because you don't want to get the bass drum to get like stereo. Okay. So I mostly put the widening down a little bit, and then you can adjust the stereo imaging. I just put it like this. Okay, and most of you people who start producing the tracks and think they have the product ready and then playing it out in the club, most of you think, fuck, my track is it's not loud enough. You know, and that has to do with the loudness. It has to be maximized. That's what you can do with this one as well. So most of the time, when you bounce a track and you think it's finished and it's really it's not loud enough from the volume in the club. It's already peaking, you know, and you don't know what to do. So simply take the Ozone, the loudness maximizer. You just put it out. Put down the threshold, and you already hear it getting louder without changing the clipping, you know? So in here you can adjust it as well. So here's the difference. Okay, let me check. You see, this is how we had it. It's on. It's already clipping a little bit on 0.6 decibels, and now with the Ozone on it, it's the same but louder. Okay, so that's what I do as a pre-mastering. So in the club, it sounds properly like the other tracks. So that's all I did for this one before I gave it to the mastering to Subliminal.